So, okay. This is about the killing of Irina, a 23-year-old white woman who was stabbed with a knife multiple times in the chest and neck. This is so sad. By a black man. I just got back from my sister's wedding. It was so good. I'm so happy for her and them and all our families and friends, and just thinking about this. So sad. So sad. Anyway, after the attack, he allegedly declared in English that I get the white girl. I killed the white girl, something like that. I got that white girl. So these words presents an evidence that the attack was racially motivated rather than random. This is so bad, so bad. Footage circulating online shows Irina. I saw it. This is so sad, so hard. This hurt so much. This hurt because some people, some politics don't wanna recognize this as bad as it is, and some other ones will just use it for the opposite political project. Ooh, this is so sad, so sad. In these moments, negative ones, and in the positive one, as yesterday, I think it's almost impossible if you are connected with your deepest part to not recognize a God or something else beyond this material reality. Let's say it like this. You know what I mean. Anyway, footage circulating online shows Irina in her final moments looking terrified. Ooh, I saw it. This is so bad. Looking terrified before collapsing onto the ground, apparently fatally wounded. Apparently, in meaning that the appearance is dead, and we know sadly that the substance is also dead. Now I will stop feeling emotions. Luckily, I meditate or did some other things like that allows me to overcome or stop emotions from rising. But I will do it also only to the sake of the time for this video, because I think the best thing to do is to feel these emotions, but I will feel them again later. Now I will just keep going straight to the end of the video. Disturbingly, no bystanders immediately intervened. This is so bad that no one, we are getting numbed by these phones, by this reality that we are living into, like this. This is not real life. This is just a life that the media information are giving us the illusion to live in. But if all the people I know that doesn't live in the illusion of media would have just done something just like scream, like if there are like five people. If five people start screaming very loud, like very loud in their primordial way, we are designed to do it, but we doesn't access it. We don't access this power anymore because we are living in this virtual reality uh, sold to us by the media, the information. So no bystanders immediately intervene. They don't do anything. Before being stabbed, she is like strangulated, is like kept like beaten, something like that, and she's scared, and no one says or do anything. Then he go like over there, he comes back and stab her multiple times. And so no one did anything between these. Okay, I know I can be shocked to being seeing someone being stabbed, but the first stab, seeing someone being aggressively eaten and taken, uh, anyone should just do something like, oh, I don't know, make noise, get up, say, you crazy bastard, something like that. Anyway, no one immediately intervened. Only much later did two men approach, but not during the critical moments when aid might have been made a difference. It would have surely made a difference. How are we becoming? Same things is when you see a man doing the things that are before a rape, you know, um, all the bad shit. Also, when you see someone saying something that's crazy because we are fed by crazy things. It doesn't matter if he's black, if he's white, if he's trans, if he's hetero, if anything like that. Doesn't matter who you are. If you are saying or doing something wrong to anyone, you must be called out and stopped by anyone near. And if we have fear to do that, it means there is something wrong in our society. And we know there is, and we know that technology and, as example, artificial intelligence, we is getting this aspect of our life worse and worse and worse, and all the advantages would not repay for these negative impacts. Anyway, uh, only much later did two men approach, but not during the critical moments when the eye might have made a difference. Commentators suggest her chances of survival could have been higher if immediate help had been given. She would have survived if anyone with the access to our power, especially for doing good in the world, would have access it and they would have stopped. I don't know how or uh, in which way, but it would have stopped because the evil in that person would have been stopped by the good accessed in the another one. Okay, um, I know her is in heaven now, and she will be there forever. Anyway, initially, mainstream media gave little to no coverage of the case, and only after videos spread widely on TikTok and other social platforms did the story become national news. This is another very bad, sad thing that no media have the courage to deal with this fact without getting in political stuff that doesn't interest the truth. Anyway, Even then, the coverage often framed the attack in terms of the perpetrator's mental instability rather than as a racially motivated homicide. The speaker argues that if the speaker, it means the original video I've seen, argues that if the racial roles have been reversed, we all know that if a white man had killed a black woman, the reaction would have been explosive, sparking nationwide protests, celebrity statements, and even riots as similar to or more intense than those following George Floyd's death, like I Can't Breathe, Black Lives Matter. I remember those things. Anyway, further details revealed that the perpetrator had a history of instability. This is so sad, so sad. And that been so bad and so sad and that been released from custody 14 times by the same judge, Teresa Stokes. Okay, now when something like this happens, okay, maybe there is only one person could be a judge, but I don't think so. The least thing who could happen, the judge would release and never do that job again. Okay? In anything, if I made, I don't know, if I'm a craftsman and made something that is wrong for 14 times, so we can think it's wrong all the times, I should change my job. Okay, I should do another job. I think. Okay. Anyway, his mother had reportedly said he needed to be institutionalized, fueling criticism that the crime might have been preventable. Okay, I won't comment anymore because we all know what should have been done. Okay, a criminal. I've been assaulted, so I think the people who assault me shouldn't be able to assault anyone else and me again. I don't know. That's normal. I don't think people should be, if one is a criminal, should be around having the opportunity to do his criminal stuff. Okay. In response to Irina's death, some initiatives that began. This is so sad because nothing can bring her back. Ooh, this is so sad. Including proposals for murals in her memory. Okay. Elon Musk has offered 1 million to support such effort. Okay. Which observe is interpreted as both a humanitarian and political gesture. Anyway, this commentary stresses a broader issue, a perceived double standard on how media and political threat violent crimes depending on the race and victims and perpetrators. Okay, this is not even the worst part. The worst part is that this prevent society, institution, and stuff we all understand it on a simple level what should do, they won't do with the excuse of political opposition. Okay, we don't care. Criminals shouldn't be on the streets. I don't care if you think should be on the street. I don't care if the other political part blame the other political part because defend criminals. I don't care about anything political. Criminals shouldn't be in the streets and people should be empowered to intervene. If anyone white would have punched this black criminal, we shouldn't live in a society where they would have deemed the white guy punching the black assassin a racist. No, he would have punched him and he would have been a good team because the um, assassination, man, I'm so sad for. Irina, she would be alive. She wouldn't have been killed. Okay. Anyway, according to this view, the murder of a white woman by a black man was minimized. Not according to this view, according to how the media is covering this and how political, you know, how do you say, how this political energy information culture is treating this. And reversed racial dynamics would have generated far greater outrage and activism. But it wouldn't be a good thing because also, if this was a black woman killed by a white crazy guy, Putin also if the indignation will be big, it wouldn't help to prevent the crime because preventing the crime is not the same as um, debating ideological things. This is the error we are in. Also, on the other side, if you want to prevent racism, you have to stop live in racing. I don't know, I think you understand what I mean, but anyway, the speaker warns that the other video that I've seen warns that such unequal treatment risks deepening. Yeah, that's what we all know. All people who are not hypnotized by media, one side or the other, knows that this is deepening divisions between racial groups, but also between normal people and hypnotized people, perpetuating cycles of violence. That's what I was saying. The other, if this was reversed, like white killing black, and it would like fire indignation. It wouldn't stop cycles of violence because this kind of evil energetical information culture um, get life also from opposing it, not just by participating in it. So the solution is to detach and to stop being hypnotized by it, one by one.